Hey, and welcome to another installment of Geek Out Commentary. I'm Sam.
I'm Chris.
I'm Jake.
And we're continuing our countdown to the Avengers Age of Ultron with Captain America, the Winter Soldier.
Captain America the Greater.
Yes, this is possibly the best film in Phase 2. It's certainly one of my favorite, movies of 2014. Definitely, it's between that and Guardians of the Galaxy is my favorite. Not just Phase 2 Marvel film, but it's a fucking awesome movie, guys.
Totally.
Yeah, would you say it's one of your favorite of all the MCU films, Chris?
Yeah, it's definitely up there.
Yeah. So, definite improvement over the first, which is saying something because we all...
Yeah, we are in no way saying that the first Captain America movie was bad, but this is better.
Clearly superior.
Yeah.
So, without further ado, let's start this clearly superior film.
Let's do it.
All right. So we have, what are we watching, the 3D Blu-ray? We're not watching it in 3D, but we have the Blu-ray release.
It's the only one that came with a digital HD copy.
Yep. You should be fine watching any version that you have because there's no special editions or anything like that where they've added in extra scenes, or at least not on the one that we're watching. So as per usual, we have the movie queued up with the counter set to all zeros. Go ahead and make sure that you have that ready to go, and then I will give you a countdown and tell you to press play in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, play. And there's the Marvel flip.
Yeah. Whoosh.
Whoosh, motherfucker.
It should end on the character that the movie's going to be based on.
I feel like they kind of take some of the pages specifically for it. I remember DC would with their flip logo. You'd see Batman stuff.
They do that for the TV shows too in the end.
One of the reasons I think why I like this film is it's pretty it's one of those films that takes place in the DC area that doesn't really paint this that's not DC at all portrait.
Yeah, much like Die Hard 2.
Yeah. Jefferson Memorial right over there.
I've walked that walk that they're doing the run around.
Yeah.
During the Cherry Blossom Festival.
Yeah. It's also shows up prominently in Strangers on a Train.
Mm. Why has he got to show off?
Yeah. Anthony Mackie.
Come on, I got wings.
Yeah, he had
eventually.
He had a terrifying experience with something on his
Look
left.
at that. The mall actually being nice.
Yeah.
It's been so long since that fountain's been, or the not fountain, but the thing's
Reflecting
been full
pool.
of water. Yeah. I feel like it's not
clean
even
water at the
Yeah.
end.
I feel like it's still not even they had just filled it up for the movie and then
Yeah.
because they've been rejuvenating it.
Yeah. Apparently Anthony Mackie, because he had just done Pain and Gain, where he was super bulked up, so he had to lose the mass while staying fit for this flick. And I've never seen the Capitol without all the construction shit around it, or at least it's been a long time.
Yeah. Yeah. Although there is something to say about how pretty it looks like at night when it's all lit up.
I love my city. I'm like DC's Batman. I love my city.
Yeah. It could be organized better, but I don't hate it.
Yeah. I've been, spending a lot of time there, back during the holidays.
So as a lot of people know, this list of these right in here is a little bit different depending on which country you're watching the movie in. The second half of the list, Thai food, Star Wars, Star Trek, Nirvana, Rocky, and the Trouble Man soundtrack are more or less consistent throughout all the different countries that you'll see. Here in America, it was the top of the list was I Love Lucy, The Moon Landing, Berlin Wall, Steve Jobs, and Disco. Some of the other notable appearances in Britain, you also have the TV show Sherlock, the Beatles, and the 1966 World Cup final. And in Korea, you have Dance Dance Revolution, Old Boy, and the 2002 World Cup.
Because that was hosted by Korea.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there was
Where are we going to go through all of them?
I wanted to point out Steve Irwin was on the Australian one. That was it.
There you go. I saw that movie in theaters, Collision Course, Crocodile Hunter.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty terrible.
Yeah.
There's Frank Grillo. If you ever saw that movie, The Purge, Anarchy, there's Frank Grillo. Have you ever seen either of the Purge films?
No.
Nope.
My dad watched the first one and hated it so much that he gave me a play-by-play. So I feel like I have seen it.
It's just I've talked to your father. He's very gregarious, so he probably went through in detail.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maximum Casualties. Oh.
And he looks like George Perez.
He does.
Still not convinced he isn't George Perez.
Good.
I've never seen the two of them in the same room together.
That's true. Until that happens.
Nor have I.
Your dad probably drew the Christ on Infinite Earths, Chris. Probably had one of the best Wonder Woman runs of all time. The Cap's outfit in this is kind of a reference to the Super Soldier outfit he had during Ed Brubaker's run, while Bucky was Captain America. Such a badass Cap.
They definitely improve on the fighting in this one.
Yeah.
I remember we all saw this in the theater, of course. It was unlike any kind of fighting you'd seen in a Marvel movie.
Yeah. Yeah. The Russos, this is, I believe, their directorial debut for a feature. They were approached because of their work directing the action scenes in Community, the paintball episode.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I haven't seen said episode in question. Is the action in that episode pretty poppin'?
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is.
That was still when I was watching it. It's good stuff. Sleep.
Poppies.
I played a lot of Arkham City.
Yeah. Yeah, they wanted to show Cap as more of a badass in this, and he definitely uses the shield as more of a weapon.
Yeah.
This time around, the only time he really uses it as a weapon in the first Captain America is for those slow motion 3D shots.
Oh yeah. I think this also shows like how straight up powerful he is too.
Yeah.
When he kicks somebody, it's not just a kick. I mean that's just kind of a dick move. But like,
and he's incorporating different martial art styles. The Russos said that their feeling was that it's been 2 years since the Avengers. He's probably learned modern martial arts. And he's probably learned how to throw knives in dudes' hands.
yeah, I'm sure Black Widow's taught him some stuff about martial arts.
Probably watched all the... He probably crossed it off his list because he did it. He probably watched all of Enter the Dragon.
Oh, probably.
All
hour and a half of it.
And then all 45 minutes of the Game of Death.
Yeah.
Because that's all there is.
And as far as I'm concerned.
It's like how I used to say that there was only 3 Star Wars movies.
Yeah. Wait, there's more than 3?
There's a couple fan films. Some people complain about Scarlett Johansson's Black Widow. My biggest problem with her, at least in this movie, is that it really seems like her driving force is being Cap's wingman, and like that got old.
The idea was that,
like, it was cute,
yeah,
and like the scene where they're on the rooftop,
yeah,
like I thought that was probably the best use of it, but like all in all, I was like, it doesn't need to be the only thing that she cares about in this entire movie, which is what it felt like.
This is my favorite Johansson performance as Black Widow, though, to date. The big reason they brought her in was because the filmmakers were like, well, Thor and Iron Man still have their supporting casts. All of Cap's supporting cast are like have aged out.
Yeah.
Or are dead.
Yeah.
I mean, they definitely give her more in this movie to do than any other movie, but
you can totally see that wire. Because you're supposed to.
Yeah. We got it. But yeah, the The God damn it. Yeah, they originally had scripted Hawkeye to be in it as well, but they couldn't. One, they couldn't get Jeremy Renner's schedule down for this, and two, they didn't have a lot for him to do.
Yeah,
I mean, they could have just had him be brainwashed for the entire movie again.
Yeah. Oh, he would love that. Yeah.
just out.
Yeah. He's like, give me a kiss.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like I'm one of the only people in the world that doesn't
part's
really
so
care
cool.
for Hawkeye. Now, at least.
I like Hawkeye.
Yeah.
I mean,
I love this,
He doesn't get a lot to do in the
No.
movies
Yeah.
so far.
I love this precision stuff, like like the tactical
Mm-hmm.
teamwork stuff. Like
Yeah.
it's so cool.
The Rainbow Six-esque kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
it's nice seeing a superhero movie that's not just a smash.
Yeah, I mean, it's
know,
actual professionals and teamwork and all that kind of stuff. It's,
Yeah.
It's like almost a military movie.
Yeah, it's like Zero Dark Captain America.
Oh,
Zero Dark
actually,
Shield.
you know what? I just remembered something. Speaking of there being a community tie-in to the choreography, Danny Pudi, who is one of the stars of Community, plays a bit part way later on in the movie. So I just wanted to say that
Keep your
now,
eyes peeled.
just in case I forgot, or by the time we got there, I forgot about the choreography.
Yep.
I mean, you'll know it's him.
Keep your eyes peeled. She always loves to flip him over.
Yeah.
Takes his head off like
Now
in
it's
Matrix
secure.
Revolutions.
I feel like her fighting is a little bit more realistic in this one. I've seen a whole bunch of things that that call poo poo on everyone. That's just like her fighting style is way too out there in the earlier ones, but it seems more realistic. Like that little thing seemed more real that one person could do it.
Yeah.
He can't hear you. He's dead.
Yeah.
That's Batroc the Leaper, who's one of the more ridiculous Captain America villains, but they've modernized him pretty well here. That dude has no more head, by the way.
Yep. Cap doesn't care about killing people.
Yeah.
Just like Batman and Batman Returns.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, he's in World War II. You don't see him being like, well, don't be Nazis anymore.
Yeah.
And stay in school.
Yeah.
By the way, I like how his shield is kind of like stealth mode right now too.
Yeah.
Like the colors are way dulled.
Muted, yeah.
Yeah.
I almost got your nuts.
I could do with that, like the flip stuff. It always just seems silly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's using capoeira, which is a Brazilian martial art, which is,
A dance martial art.
Like I would love for
Exactly.
him, just catch him midair and throw him on the ground.
yeah, break his legs.
Shazam
Yeah,
style.
but stop parkouring everywhere.
Wrong country completely.
Yeah.
Yeah. This isn't the Olympics.
I mean, Batroc is a French villain.
You can keep that on. All right, fine.
Now he's got to show off his pre-messied hair.
Cap's well traveled. Fought in France.
Yeah. Fought with the French.
That's right.
Might have even taken on Vichy French.
Vichy Soir.
It's meant to be cold. And
Yeah.
Bending over the console sexily. God. Did she eject that USB dongle? Because that can corrupt the information.
it's Shield.
Yeah. They got bigger problems to worry about. Like
Oh, they got
grenades.
superior flash drives. You don't have to okay to.
That's one of the pluses of being in Shield.
Yeah.
You have to play Galaga, and then you can
Yeah, you don't get thrown off the helicarrier for playing Galaga.
Yeah.
Better it go. Stupid.
I guess this building would be in the equivalent of Roslyn.
We just never seen it because it's Shield headquarters.
Yeah,
but it's like right.
And there's look up the latitude and longitude. There.
Just like the shadow, like they shield it from our eyes.
Yeah.
There is the chode version of the Shield logo. I do like the suit. I like that they give him the six pack.
Butt.
They give him the 6-pack kind of pouches.
Oh.
Cap's like, do I laugh?
Yeah. Are you actually? You're not bullshitting me?
Yeah.
You're still sore about this because all the time I've known you, you've only had
This is
one.
the first
eye,
time
dude.
you've mentioned.
Yeah, you've
That
been in
being
how many movies?
Yeah.
You have real trust issues then, because that's a long time to not trust people. Sharing is caring, motherfucker. Nicholas.
Muzak.
Super wide angle lens.
Look at Cap. Plate stance. It's the Greatest Generation.
Man, I thought we were cutting our defense budget.
Maybe they just found more cost-effective ways to.
All those funds to the Department of the Interior weren't actually going to the Department of the Interior.
Yeah.
I like the guy with little lights guiding it. Like there's anywhere else for it to go.
Yeah. Right here, right here. Only Tony Stark would be caught in a turbine and think, this is how you could fix it.
Yeah.
As he's getting throttled
He's just
to death.
getting rocked in Avengers.
The entire time he's going, ow, 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 ow. He's like making mental notes.
This could be better.
More effective.
Yeah.
Cut down on the energy consumption with that.
Yeah.
As he's like getting clocked on the face.
Destroyed.
And there's no way it can bite us in the ass.
I already said that. I mean, there's a line in the trailer that I really was like, oh shit.
Mm-hmm.
They're going deep.
I feel like there should always be some sort of Cap should always kind of reflect the political zeitgeist. You don't get that as much with. I mean, you get it to a degree with like Iron Man 2.
Wear your helmet, Cap. You're a role model for children.
but yeah, Cap should always kind of be more tuned into that. That's my father's favorite Smithsonian museum. Just my father's favorite museum, period.
It's mine, too.
It's always between this and like the history museums. Like you would think this exhibit would be at the American History Museum.
Yeah, not the Air and Space.
Yeah.
But the Air and Space Museum looks so much cooler on film.
Yeah. It also has cooler. I feel like they're the ones with the more rotating exhibits too. Like I remember when they had the Star Wars exhibit and the Star Trek exhibit.
I was always so sad that I never got to see those. Hey, look, it's Josh.
You too can be taller than Steve Rogers. I'm looking at you. I'm looking at you.
Mom, Dad, Captain America's really narcissistic.
He's like the boogeyman. He's everywhere.
Why has Bucky got a goofy face? Hopefully they cut back to it soon so you can see what I'm talking about. But he kind of, on the big, all of them
The
saying,
panorama.
he kind of was like, oh. Agent Peggy Carter, soon to be in Agent Peggy Carter. Or already. I forget if it started already. January, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably over by now.
Definitely.
Because it was only a miniseries.
Yeah, only 8 episodes. Does she kind of look like Corey?
Yeah, in that shot, yeah.
Yeah.
Not here, though.
Well, no. And apparently they weren't satisfied with the makeup, so they obviously kept a degree of makeup, but added some CGI retouching to make her look, especially with like her hands and stuff.
Yeah. Do you like my haircut?
But yeah, I kind of what you were saying earlier about Cap reflecting the zeitgeist. I like that. I like the idea, like in the comics, how like it really wasn't until Civil War where he was like, wait a second, something's wrong here.
Well, in the 70s, he goes up against basically Nixon, like an analog for Nixon, and becomes the Nomad. And then in the 80s, during like Iran-Contra, he becomes the Captain, which is this cool like black costume.
Yeah. But I mean, like this incarnation of Cap.
Oh.
I think it probably would have been a little bit cooler if he was. I mean, I'm agreeing with you. Saying that he is Captain America. Kind of going with the flow.
I mean, in the end of Born Again, which is a Daredevil story, he's like deeply shaken by the corrupt government, like that they would send the military after Daredevil, and he confronts a general, and the general's like, "I thought you were loyal to America," and he's like, "I'm loyal to nothing but the dream."
I am a real American. Fight for what's right. Fight for your life. It's sad.
Thank you, Hulk.
Yeah, this is always sad. Yeah, the idea that Peggy always. Probably whenever she meets Steve, she always thinks it's the first time since World War II.
Mm-hmm. You can look at porn now.
Yeah. Excellent.
Yeah. That's a weird sight. Ooh.
The screenwriter's idea was like, every time we've seen Nick Fury up to this point, he's generally been like cool as a cucumber and like in charge of the whole fucking thing. They wanted to put him in a place where he was very unsure of himself and very like on the defensive.
Yeah, I mean, kind of like Black Widow. He's given way more to do in this one.
Yeah, and he's not like Tom Baker, Doctor Who, who's always in charge of, who's always running the shit. He's getting by the seat of his pants for most of it. Oh man, that sounds like Alan Dale from the OC. It is Alan Dale from the OC.
It's just so funny they had like chairs there. that they're not actually sitting in.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
Oh, very good
hey.
with calculations.
yeah. I'm glad that you apparently survived being burned by the Joker, man.
Yeah.
And Robert Redford, who was in movies like, all the
President's Men.
3 Days of the Condor, which are kind of like the 70s political thrillers that this film is inspired by. Obviously, this has a lot more.
And The Natural.
Yeah, but this has a lot more explosions than all those movies combined. But
Yeah.
there you go.
Yeah, I love Robert Redford.
Well, I feel like it's kind of like his Henry Fonda role.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
in,
and
Once Upon a Time.
a big part of it is, his grandkids, this is to be cool in his grandkids' eyes, gets to be in a Marvel movie.
Yeah, how I mean, he just doesn't age at the same rate.
No?
He's like in his mid-70s, and he looks like $1 million. When I'm in my mid-70s, I'm probably gonna look like an Asian Don Knotts.
Did you ever see, was it All Is Lost? All Hope Is Lost? It's on
All
Netflix
Is
now.
Lost,
Yeah, All
yeah,
Is Lost.
where he's basically on his own.
It's good.
Do you think he lives or dies in that one?
In that one?
How do you interpret the ending?
Oh, he lives.
Okay.
The hand grabs him. I remember I watched it with a friend, and she was like, fuck this movie. That's the worst ending ever. And I was like, what the fuck?
According to Louis C.K., he definitely dies.
Yeah.
He's like, he definitely dies.
But it's all in his head.
Yeah, or it's like some metaphysical being.
Oh, yeah. I just like to think that he was saved.
I like to think that he makes it. All is
Yeah.
not lost.
He's really good in it. I mean, he barely says anything by himself.
Yeah, he's just trying to survive.
I know veterans really appreciated this movie a lot for dealing with things like this, the
Yeah.
return home.
Yeah.
And I know just a lot of veterans really just love Captain America. I mean, my dad is not a big Marvel guy. He doesn't like big cosmic, all out there kind of things. And Cap's not always like that. Obviously, he's can definitely be a street level guy, but I know he really likes and feels a connection to Captain America.
The veteran aspect, the
absolutely.
military service.
Absolutely.
I feel like the Department of Veterans Affairs is one of the, especially in the wake of what happened this past year, it's one of those departments that just needs to be better. It needs to be better.
But I do like that, for Cap, dealing with things like this and his still appreciation for veterans past and present, and like you were saying, more of it's more of the ideals that he had back in the 40s and trying to keep America as that dream and as that ideal that he had. The fact that he doesn't have to be running around in a cap suit right now. He could be Steve Rogers. With sideburns.
Anthony Mackie really took this role because he's like, there's not enough African American superheroes, and I finally get to be one for all my, he apparently owns a bar in Brooklyn.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He'll occasionally, whenever he's in town, he'll bartend there occasionally.
That's cool. He gets to be Captain America too now. Or he's been it for a while.
Yeah, in the comics.
I always love shit like that where it's like, no, but I need 4 hours. Like, I can't get there faster.
I don't think you get it. I'm 4 hours
away. Yeah, I can't get there in 3. So,
Literally, if I hit a stoplight, I will not make it in 4 hours.
Yeah.
Typical DC cops don't know how to drive.
Typical DC traffic. Do you know that Samuel L. Jackson's close to 70?
Jesus.
Doesn't look it.
No.
No.
Looks like he's in his 50s. Late 40s.
Oh, he's deep in his 60s.
Is this the first moment where people speculate that the quote-unquote Punisher is in this movie?
Yeah.
Which is fun, I guess, if you're a Punisher fan.
Yeah. I mean, I like the Punisher just fine, but until I see, like...
Straight up Frank Castle.
Yeah.
A skull shirt.
Yeah. Well, he shouldn't be... Until the Castle family's massacred, Punisher doesn't exist.
It's true.
Yeah, that's like Batman running around before the Waynes die.
Yeah.
We still, deep into the special forces and military.
I suppose, but then, like...
But, he's not on this one-man
Yeah, he's not driving,
crusade.
like... They're not, like, we need a deep forces special guy to drive a Penske truck.
Yeah.
Peekaboo.
And this is the series of events where our buddy Luke would have been an extra in, right?
I know he's was filmed a scene as an extra in the film, but I have no fucking idea.
No idea where it is.
I really do need to talk to him about that.
Yeah.
He had to sign an NDA and everything, but movie's out now, so
Yeah.
so we can talk about it.
Yeah.
He can disclose.
I mean, he probably wouldn't be in any of these scenes because these all have to be stunt drivers.
Yeah.
Like everyone, even the people going, calmly.
Yeah, and these scenes were filmed in Cleveland.
Oh.
Yeah, this is a...
Cleveland.
Yeah, that doesn't look like M Street.
Yeah. Yeah, not enough bars.
They sure do love Cleveland in the Marvel Universe.
It's just... Well, that and the fact that it's cheap as hell.
It's a heat moment right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to get him. I'm going to get him.
That cop loves jumping on cars,
Yeah.
man.
I mean, if you're good at something.
That's right.
Yeah. Oof. If you see a car backing up towards you, chances are you should probably get out of the way.
Yeah.
Special mercenary force.
The more you know from Sam.
A PSA from Sam
Yeah.
Stone.
I always used to drive my friends crazy, like when they'd be playing like Oblivion or whatever, and then be getting attacked and be like, "Dude, there's a guy shooting arrows at you." And it's like, I know. Just pointing out the obvious.
Probably.
This is mine.
I want your gun. I want your boots.
Close your boots in the motorcycle. Have you seen in Temple of Doom?
Yeah. Maybe the Punisher, but probably not.
Yeah. Oh God!
Really?
He just
That's
killed so
it?
many people.
Well, he shows up again.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was about to say that's the big scene that everyone's like, oh, it's the Punisher.
Either way, he shows up more than once. But like his other scene, it isn't big either, and everyone's like, "Oh, it's another Penske truck. Clearly a Punisher. Maybe not the fact they have a contract with Penske or something."
Clearly not. Clearly, the same truck because
Yeah.
there's only one Penske truck in all of Washington D.C.
Yeah. I do love how for the first hour and a half of this movie, the Winter Soldier is just a force of nature.
Oh, he's awesome.
Yeah.
He can't
He's
be
so
stopped.
cool. Oh, they looks like Green Goblin, Spider-Man 3.
Yeah.
But he's super awesome in this. Although get a
Catches
haircut,
Cap's
get a
shield.
haircut, you hippie.
Ed Brubaker, who created or reintroduced Bucky as the Winter Soldier, was just like, "This is the best Marvel movie," and I'm not just saying this because
I'm involved in
because
it.
I wrote it
and
but,
in it.
Yeah, I inspired it. Yeah, he's in it too. But it's just so fucking good.
Nice lightsaber there, Fury.
Yeah. Looks kind of like the stuff in the Northeast. If I ever got a house in DC proper, I'd always want it in that neighborhood. Just nice row houses and everything. And within walking distance of the 930 Club.
That would be ideal.
Hey, the smooth, like,
Yeah.
Steve Rogers wave. Hey, I saw you in Revenge.
Yeah, my sister loves that show. I think that was my way of getting her to watch this movie. I was like, hey, she's in this.
I thought she was a fan of Chris Evans.
She is, but her love of revenge, I guess,
who
is stronger.
isn't a fan of Chris Evans?
Yeah.
She is. Although I think it's all about Hemsworth for her. Although she likes Liam more. I'm like, no, it's Chris, man. Chris Hemsworth all the way. He's like, haha, stay the fuck away from me.
In the comics, I mean, that's Sharon Carter,
Mm-hmm.
who's Peggy's niece, which is always kind of weird. I'm borking your niece after I borked you.
Let's dance. And she also does something bad, right? Later to old Cap.
Yeah. In the apparently they had like auditioned like Alison Brie because of, they worked with her in Community, and
Mm-hmm.
they auditioned Anna Kendrick, which I'm sure Chris is all like
But two of my my favorites.
the short list.
Yeah.
Did they audition Alexandra Daddario?
No, but
that would have been the
they auditioned
trifecta.
what's her name? Felicity Jones from Theory of
Oh,
Everything.
man, she's great. So
Hey. I'm crashing on your couch.
I can't find the light. Now, Shield being like the ultimate in ultimate secrecy and hacking and everything, wouldn't you think him typing on his phone would be almost just as bad as talking out loud?
Well, he's not sending it.
I mean, but they can still hack into
Yeah,
phones without sending
they
it.
Oh, they
probably
could still
still
remote
screen hack
access.
it,
Yeah.
Use a pen and paper.
Yeah.
You schmuck.
Apparently, because of all that kind of shit, they have people like working in like high-level intelligence position jobs using computers that aren't interfaced to the internet.
Mhm.
And I wouldn't be surprised if they have people just straight up using fucking like typewriters.
I mean, that's really like the only way.
yeah. While a lot of stuff is going towards the cloud, I feel like a lot of the confidential stuff is staying hard
Yeah.
copy
Much like Sam, staying hard.
and copying.
On this dead motherfucker.
Such a badass.
That's the Born Identity or the Born
Ultimatum
move.
dive.
Yeah.
I always love how they kind of have that like coyote cry.
Yeah. Whenever they show him, it's like the best is coming up in the shootout in the overpass. Or the,
yeah. It just like shows them.
It's almost like a cartoon moment.
Yeah. Well, it's like kind of like it reminds me of like the Good, the Bad, and the Ugly coyote cry.
Yeah.
The moment in the trailer where everyone orgasms.
Yeah.
Look at that eyeliner.
Guy liner.
Yeah.
He's
It was
got
the
that
year of the grease
smoky,
paint with Arrow and everything too.
Yeah, ugh.
You don't like the grease paint?
No.
Oh.
I much prefer a domino mask.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I agree too. There's just something cool about a domino mask.
Yeah. I like grease paint.
Grease lightning.
I mean, with Chris O'Donnell's Robin, you had both.
Best of both worlds.
Yeah. The
Or
Hannah
the worst
Montana
of
syndrome.
both.
Like I remember seeing something where like in every single Marvel movie there's a character that dies but doesn't. You know, like they play off like, oh, he's dead, but he's not dead.
Yeah. Certainly Coulson in the Avengers, and who in Iron Man 2?
I don't remember.
Oh, the pilot of Hammer's experimental Iron Man suit.
Oh yeah, the one that almost twists in half.
I will have you know that pilot survived.
Yeah.
Pulled that one out of my ass.
There you go. It's the best example I can think of.
Yeah.
I'll see if I can find it. Just for shits and gigs.
Copy Smulders weeping over the fact that over the series finale of How I Met Your Mother.
Oh, why did they bring me back and have me be Ted's full-on love interest? It was so stupid.
We had written it off since the end of season 2.
Spoilers, if anyone hasn't watched How I Met Your Mother and
Yeah.
didn't want to know that.
I mean, I don't want to know that, but I saw it anyway.
Touche.
Nobody dies in S.H.I.E.L.D. They just go and get better.
Yeah, he's doing a great job pretending to be dead.
Scarlett Johansson like poking him. Like, I think he's out.
Oh, and he's not wearing his eye patch, too, so that means his bad eye is completely exposed.
Yeah. Hopefully not like gaping open. I can see into your brain.
All right, settle the fuck down.
Give me 4 hours.
I'm a captain. You're an asshole. Get back over there.
And you're a bitch.
You were in Lucy.
Hey, maybe that's Punisher as well.
Undercover.
Yeah.
I'm going
Keeping
to
tabs
put
on 'em.
these Skittles right. Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of the Penske truck thing is one of those instances of people really reaching that I hate. They're like, it's probably the Punisher. It's like, no, it's probably just a random truck driver who's traumatized for life because he accidentally ran somebody over. And if that was the Punisher, the fact that he didn't tell that there was a flash drive behind that juicy fruit.
Yeah, I mean, Cap, you could have picked a fucking better place, man.
Right?
He's still going on 1940s espionage.
Alexander Pierce is the chief antagonist in Nick Fury vs. S.H.I.E.L.D., which was a miniseries in the 80s where Nick Fury is vs. S.H.I.E.L.D. I feel like this series kind of takes, like this film takes a lot of inspiration, not just from obviously The Winter Soldier, but also that miniseries too, putting Nick Fury against the organization he helped run. It also takes a fair amount of inspiration from Secret Warriors, which was a series written by Jonathan Hickman, where Nick Fury finds out that S.H.I.E.L.D.'s Hydra.
Also, this movie, just speaking of the continuing story of Fury going against S.H.I.E.L.D., this movie is really where Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., the TV show, kind of took off because it had a tie-in, because it's all about S.H.I.E.L.D., and since it's all part of the same continuity, from here, the same week that this movie came out, they had their big, oh God, S.H.I.E.L.D. is all Hydra, and like it kind of took a completely different direction, and actually started being a lot more enjoyable, in my opinion.
Would you say the series in its early days were hamstrung because of the revelation here? Because they knew from day one.
Yeah, and it felt like they were just kind of biding their time and just doing kind of almost throwaway Monster of the Week episodes that later paid off. But you could have premiered the series like a month before this movie came out, and it probably would have been a bit more enjoyable in terms of almost not wasting time.
So you guys were right. There's no like Iron Man 2 thing, but for the character who dies that comes back. But X-Men 2 is Jean dies, but not really. X-Men The Last Stand, Charles dies, but not really. Thor, Loki dies, but not really. Captain America, Bucky dies, but not really. The Avengers, Phil dies, but not really. Iron Man 3, Pepper dies, but not really. Thor 2, Loki dies again, but not really. Captain America 2, Nick dies, but not really. And X-Men The Days of Future Past, everyone dies, but not really. So that was someone's summary of the Marvel movies.
You could say that Jon Favreau dies in Iron Man 3, but not really.
That's true. That's true.
Wakes up to Downton Abbey.
What did I miss?
Yeah, the Iron Man 2 example that I came up with was if you were trying to just kind of make a silly list, whereas this guy sounds like they were like annoyed that like that those were actual like plot points.
Hey, dude, they're comic book movies. Everyone dies, but not really.
Yeah, Superman killed Death.
That's right. Dude, Robert Redford can grow an awesome beard.
I saw Jeremiah Johnson. I
Yeah.
know.
Maybe even better than Kurt Russell's in The Thing.
Yeah, but Kurt Russell has those dreamy eyes.
He's got better hair, too.
And that hat.
They're both good baseball players, though.
Yeah.
But can Robert Redford play basketball like Kurt Russell can?
Probably not. He got a full ride to play baseball, though, in college.
I'm just saying, Escape from L.A., he makes an impossible full court shot because a plot point in Escape from L.A. was a basketball game.
Yeah. It was a 90s movie.
He also surfs in it.
Yeah. Just like James Bond in Die Another Day.
Oof.
I say that as this picture of Pierce Brosnan like stares at me disapprovingly. Like, I know I fucking did it. It wasn't my idea. Let it go. It's the Watergate building to kind of throw those parallels even more.
You know, I went to school in Roslyn, and the parking garage where Deep Throat met with the reporters was right across the street from my school,
Yeah.
and there's actually a little plaque commemorating it.
Yeah, yeah.
It was a fun little factoid to talk about, at school every once in a while.
Yeah.
Speaking of Watergate.
There's Brock Rumlow clearly fronting the possibility that he has to fight Captain America.
I was in Warrior.
Cap clearly already hip to what's going on,
Yeah. He's just like,
and now just piecing more and more bits together.
yeah, he's like, no one wants to make eye contact. They're all holding their tasers.
Yeah.
There's businessmen that really aren't businessmen.
They look a little bit beefy to be businessmen.
They're all looking at me uneasily as they enter the elevator instead of like, oh, hey, it's Captain America. It's like, oh, fuck, it's Captain America. There's this guy with a douche poof.
Douche poof. I feel like my friend Zach has a douche poof.
It's not as like
It's not as douche as that guy.
and it's not as poof. It's not as like built out or
Yeah.
shaved on the sides.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh, that's how he knows it's a dream, like Total Recall.
that it's not a dream.
Yeah, right, yeah.
I was about to make the same reference.
Yeah. And it's that guy from all those movies where he's a bad guy.
So clearly something's about to go down because
Yeah.
a bad guy just walked into the elevator. Man, they really
Too much grease in there. There's a fight a brewing.
They really
He's a
made
greaser.
sure that there were enough people to fight Cap here.
Mm.
We all know what's about to happen.
This for me is one of the most badass Cap moments in,
That's awesome.
in the film, or just in any Marvel film. Oh, my knee.
I was actually just sweating because it was hot in here.
There's so many guys.
I have no idea what you meant by that.
Yeah.
What's about to get started?
Black Eyed Peas in here.
Wait a second. Is he not a good guy?
Yeah. Remember, he was in that Marvel short film. He's not a good guy.
Yeah.
He shows up on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. like twice.
Yeah. as a major minor character. Like in 2 episodes, he's like the antagonist. I'm a big fan. Ugh.
He has a lot of. You could tell he has a lot of fun in this movie.
Oh yeah,
I like him in this.
He signed for a multi-film contract.
Nice. Didn't even have to use my shield. All those people I feel like would be floating up in the air.
Yeah.
Inception style.
Yeah. Well, you know, physics style.
Yeah.
There's a great moment in the martial law comic book, just about a hero hunter, and kind of the Captain America figure jumps out of a window like this, and he's like, "My shield will save me," and when he hits the ground, he explodes because it doesn't.
I mean, it's vibranium. It absorbs impact.
Yeah.
Supposedly in martial law, it doesn't do a good job. Of it.
I
He
mean,
explodes.
Inertia's not impact.
Yeah.
He would still compress.
Yeah. Vibranium's weird.
I mean, it is a comic book movie.
Yeah.
It's just fun to.
Yeah. He did jump out of a plane.
Oh, now
into
you wear a
water.
helmet, fucker.
Well, because he's in full getup. He had time to change.
I mean, this is pretty badass too. Like, he can take this down by himself, dodge bullets on a bike.
Yeah. Oh God.
What? But now I don't have a bike.
Yoink.
Should have gotten those new turbines.
Still more believable than what happens in Live Free or Die Hard.
Yeah. Not to mention how much in Live Free or Die Hard would that fuck up traffic in DC for the rest of ever.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh God.
Like make it worse than it already is.
Yeah.
66 would literally just become a parking lot.
Oh, one. Oh my God. Oh, shut up.
I like how he used like the call signs BWI, IAD, which is Dulles, and Reagan.
Instead of DCA.
Yeah. It's like, oh, no one's gonna know what DCA is. It's like I feel like very few people know what IAD is. I didn't know what that was until like I had to fly out of it and I saw it on my tag.
He's like, oh, okay.
I know it is Dulles.
International Airport Dulles.
I imagine that probably is what it's called.
Yeah. Because I think
It is an international airport.
Yeah. Well, and Dulles' first name is Alan, not Ian or something. Ian Allen Dulles.
Hmm.
Oh, the cum's gone.
A dumb idea failed.
Wow, everybody got juicy fruit?
I mean, it is juicy fruit.
You got to get another piece after 5 seconds.
How dare you eat?
Oh, he took down his hood so she knew who it was. Just like a woman.
Nobody.
I'm reading the script off your eyes. It really bothers me when people do that, like darting their eyes back and forth.
Yeah.
It looks like they're fucking reading in it.
The Winter Soldier was everywhere.
He was super awesome. So, I bought Captain America Winter Soldier for my brother for Christmas, and I put I always try to put stupid funny things on the like to and from thing. So I put to Mick from Bucky, in hopes that he would say, "Who the hell's Bucky?" Because he didn't have no idea who the hell Bucky is. But no, that didn't happen.
Boo.
Project, welcome to the OC, bitch.
Project, welcome to the party, Richter.
So I was hoping that they were going to make a joke about him wearing glasses and it not being a good disguise, that you can clearly still see it's Steve Rogers, like a la kind of like a nudge to Clark Kent, but they didn't go that way.
I felt like this was supposed to be Pentagon City Mall, but it doesn't look enough like Pentagon City
It kind of
Mall
has
to
the.
me.
I don't know. That main strip was kind of like, oh,
Yeah.
kind of like Pentagon City.
Yeah, but
'Cause
there's
they
no fountain.
Yeah, and they did completely redo it.
Yeah. Maybe this was the scene that Luke is in.
No, he's on a bike.
Oh, really? Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, like people don't ride bikes through Pentagon City Mall all the time.
Well, he'd be very obvious. If it was
Yeah, it's like, oh, there he is. Maybe he was in the earlier like mall sequence.
Mm. Yeah, I got his phone number. Why don't I text him right now?
Yeah.
See if we can get a live answer from him.
Yo, man.
I grew facial hair.
Yeah.
At least I think I have his number.
This guy's great. The genius.
DC Pearson.
Oh, yeah, DC Pearson.
There's DC Pearson.
Who has also appeared on several episodes of Community and has worked with Donald Glover a lot.
Yeah.
They were both part of Derek Comedy, who
Right.
was one of the main characters on Community, Donald Glover.
Yeah.
I bet you do, you fucking hipster.
Jesus length hair.
Yeah, no, this is totally supposed to be Pentagon City Mall, because that's the only mall that I know of that has Metro access. But yeah, but their Apple store is on like the 3rd floor.
Yeah.
They don't have a Hard Rock.
Yeah. Largo Town Center has, and of course now Tyson's Corner, but this pre-Silver Line.
Yeah.
Brock Rumlow. Gross. People kissing.
Yeah. Hey, honey, look, Captain America's kissing Black Widow in front of us. Hey.
Who are you?
Welcome to Jersey.
Ugh.
Springsteen, get your fucking feet off my dashboard. That's right. Respect for your elders. I think he drives like a young guy.
Yeah. I want to see Captain America in like a Wrangler jeans commercial.
Yeah.
Real comfortable jeans.
Jeans.
So he like kicks the shit out of somebody.
Yeah.
And then he lights up a Marlboro, too.
Yeah. Ooh.
Everything I said to you was true from a certain point of view. It's a line that pisses me off the most in the original Star Wars trilogy.
A partner.
Brother.
I'm a loner,
The
Cap.
the excitement that Val Kilmer has in that scene. R. What's that stand for? Stands for rectum.
Wrecked him. Damn near killed him.
This is where Forrester cashed in.
A friend? A competitor.
Senor, don't go in there, please. That scene with the spiders when I was a child. When I saw that, I don't remember this, but I ran up to the VCR and turned it off and swore never to watch that movie ever again. Senor. Turn around. That was supposedly like one of the earliest scenes they filmed in Raiders too, with all the spiders and stuff.
Mm.
And freaking Alfred Molina's got them all over him, like crawling on his face.
Yeah.
I see my ghost.
Yeah. I'm jacked. Yippee.
I have a backpack on that kind of looks like the Shield.
They're digging in the wrong place. I don't know why I saw the Indiana Jones reference.
My God. Yeah. Can't we get a Batman 89 reference?
We'll find one.
I already threw in or you threw in
Fishy Swa.
Yeah. Batman Returns.
There was another Batman Returns reference too
Yeah,
before that.
Forever too.
Yeah.
And we talked about Batman and Robin.
No, I think it was just Forever.
Just Forever.
Well, I mentioned Chris O'Donnell as Robin, and he was Robin in both. So
Okay.
I'm letting it count.
just stretching. It's like, it's gotta count.
I mean,
We have to hit all of
he
them.
was Robin in all of Batman and Robin, and he was only Robin in
that's right. Give
the
him
climax.
Got to give him his due, man.
Yeah.
Got to give him his due in
Yeah.
those two films. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Oh, I'm sorry. Do you not like the middle finger on your face?
I never like punch you in the face when I do it. You forced your hand on me.
Oh.
I just lovingly caress. Everyone listening is like, what the hell's going on?
Yeah. Are they fisting each other? Yes. Yes, we're fisting each other.
Long story short, Sam is using me as a puppet right now.
Chris has got me like on strings.
Got no strings to hold me down. Just to tie it all back in.
And that's why you're watching the Avengers Age of Ultron.
For fisting.
Yeah. Oh, I hope so. I know I am.
Sam goes into every movie hoping that there's fisting.
I'm let down so often.
Need to learn how to lower your expectations, Sam.
Yeah. That's very specific. Why? And it never happens.
Your fetishes have gotten so specific lately.
Yeah. It really cripples your enjoyment of pop culture.
I gotta say that there's not a lot of fisting in pop culture.
Yeah. Damn it. Originally, the Russos wanted to have Zola as he is in the comics, like a walking, talking, like computer man. And then they were like, if you're going to try to ground this as much as possible, people are going to lose. You're going to lose people if you introduce walking, talking computer man.
Oh, to be fair, this is my least favorite scene in the movie.
It is.
Yeah, and
this was always the scene that like threw me off.
I mean, I'm glad they didn't do walking, talking man, but I still zone out every time I watch this part, which is to say 2 times before this. Although I do like the Saw reference. And the fact that he has seen it.
Ooh.
I want to see that movie, Cap, watching the first Saw.
Yeah, of all the movies that Cap has seen, not any of the Star Trek.
I thought it was a reference to War Games, not Saw.
Oh.
Actually, yeah, I feel like it's more War Games than Saw. now.
Would you like to play a game?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what the computer says to him.
Yeah. Again, the fact that Cap has seen War Games, not like Rocky. Like he went out of his way. He's like, War Games. That's what tonight's catch up on 80 or 90 years of pop culture will be. War Games.
Yeah. True. Well done.
Allow me to drop.
No, it's over.
Please, we've been over the efficacy of dropping mics.
I am a fucking robot. Me.
I can't see you. You're not in front of my webcam.
Yeah. Could you please stand in front of my webcam? Please.
Nice place you got here.
Ah.
Space.
You, this fucking guy, man. Good. You saved the scene because this scene's dumb.
I should have said that when Nick Fury was in his apartment, though.
Yeah.
Nice. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, gentlemen, let's broaden our minds. Lawrence, when they turn the lights on, they get in the shield for the first time.
I did want to take a second to talk about how huge this room is, like it in a serious sense, not just referencing Batman '89.
Yeah.
Because at the time, this entire room had to be this size to house the hard drive of the computer that he is inhabiting. Just because of the technology, they couldn't make things that small. So, my dad actually used to work in a data center that had a room that was like at least the length of a full football field. And when he started working there, it was full of computer banks like that with, the reel-to-reel tape things.
Yeah.
And then by the time he left, which was like maybe 20 years later, it had been condensed to like they still had the whole room and it was empty as hell. And there was just like a small portion of it about the size of maybe...
That's awesome. Sorry, by the way, you get to see Winter Soldier in action.
And you also get to see that he just took out the Starks.
Classroom. Your average size classroom full of computer banks that no longer, had hard drives in it, not reel-to-reel tapes.
So how do you think Tony's going to react if he ever finds out that the Winter Soldier took out his parents?
Probably
Poorly.
Not well? Not like, okay, all right. Fuck you.
That didn't hurt because
and then
I
when
am
he
an
turns on,
abstract.
when he turns on here, I was like, oh, for fuck's sake.
Ugh.
I can't see him. I like to think that Zola survived, though. Like, he transferred his memory banks to literally anything that has more hard drive space at this point.
and then he basically becomes a Marvel version of Cyborg Superman.
Yeah.
Because that's basically what Cyborg Superman started out as. Well, not started out as, but
This is kind of the story,
intermittently was.
before he found the Kryptonian birth matrix.
Yeah. So all Zola needs is the Marvel equivalent of the Kryptonian birth matrix.
The Cap, like, super
Maybe
soldier chamber.
He's Ultron.
No. Otherwise, they would have just kept Toby Jones.
I'm just saying.
It would be cool. But he's not.
We don't know yet. We don't know until we see the movie.
I mean, it could be an interesting twist.
Yeah.
Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit.
I mean, I don't think I would enjoy that.
Yeah.
But I'm just seeding the doubt.
It could, I mean, it's a viable theory, but I mean, I feel like James Spader is his own thing. We shall see soon. There's a footprint here.
Calling the asshat?
Back at Casa Redford. Ah, man. I just got through watching The Natural for the 5th time today.
How do I have enough time?
Yeah. I only watch my scenes. I cut out all Glenn's.
Yeah.
It's fine. Go take your copy of Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, and we'll talk about it tomorrow. It's your homework. Bye.
Yeah.
I'm Robert Redford, and I'm a narcissist.
Yeah, just watches all that's what happens in the Redford house for Christmas. It's like, Grandpa,
Everyone
gets DVDs of movies.
DVD, not even Blu-rays, DVDs,
Yeah, VHS.
VHS of his movies.
He just recently upgraded from VHS.
Yeah.
He signs all of them too.
Yeah. I was in 3 Days of the Condor. We know,
Yeah.
Grandpa.
Grandpa, I don't want Spy Game anymore.
I've gotten it for the past 3 Christmases.
Grandpa, do you know how weird it is to watch Legal Eagles with you? You banged Daryl Hannah. I'm 5 years old.
You gotta learn sometime, kid.
Yeah. Better than the birds and the bees. More
Yeah.
entertaining.
Mhm.
It's Legal Eagles.
Although I wouldn't mind getting The Sting.
Yeah.
From Robert Redford for
Yeah.
Christmas. Or The Natural. It's my favorite Robert Redford movie.
Come on. I really wanted you to see Butch Cassidy.
Yeah.
I wanted to hear what you thought of my performance.
Yeah.
Raindrops keep falling on my head. That doesn't matter because you just got shot and you're dead.
Whoa.
Pretty bad.
Damn it. I was about to drink this entire bottle of Tropicana. And you interrupted that.
No pulp. No pulp.
If you had to get a stocking stuffer from Robert Redford, it would be The Sting.
Yeah. I mean, but I would say get me The Sting on DVD, but you have to watch The Natural with me.
Okay.
Because I already own both versions of The Natural.
I would want a signed copy of Legal Eagles.
There you go.
And
Go with Sneakers myself.
and I would want to watch Lions for Lambs.
I've never seen that.
It's not that great.
Why would you want to watch it?
I don't know.
Because
Why
it's
would I
not
want?
that
Why
great.
would I want a signed copy of Legal Eagles?
Well, I mean, that takes like 5 seconds, but to have to sit and watch that entire movie. I mean, I guess you
Yeah.
got Redford with you. You can do it.
yeah, it's
I'd
a
watch
bit-
the episode of South Park where he gets drowned in shit.
oh,
Be like, what do you feel about? How do you feel about this?
I would
He'll
probably
be like, what's a South Park?
I would probably watch Butch Cassidy with him.
But what would you get on DVD from him?
I already said that, but you were too
Oh,
busy.
Oh,
Sneakers?
Sneakers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I heard you.
I'd watch the director's cut of The Natural with him.
Everybody literally shot bricks when they saw that Black Widow's necklace is a silver arrow. It was kind of like, oh, she must be shipping with Hawkeye.
Or maybe the version of Charlotte's Web that he's in.
Black Widow don't shiv.
Yeah. She's dusted. Black Widow's dusted.
Nick Fury dusted. He not dusted. You see.
There is an entire sequence where Cap finds out his uniform is bugged. That's where Hawkeye was supposed to be called in, and while they're fighting, he's like, by the way, you're like, he's clearly not actually trying to take him down. He's like, by the way, we're tracking you through your...
I like your. I know we can see it, but I like your arrow.
Yeah. Because that's clearly how you shoot arrows.
That's how you shoot
don't
arrows.
draw back.
Well, it's how you shoot while you're fighting.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
doing your fisticuffs while
yeah.
holding the bow and arrow, drawing the string, kind of.
Yeah.
It's like you're playing a harp.
Playing his golden harp.
There's also supposed to be a scene. I think it was in this one where he comes across the files of the Howling Commandos. They're all dead.
He does in the Avengers deleted
Is the
scenes.
Avengers? Okay. Avengers,
You know, I've
sorry.
never actually seen the deleted scenes of this film.
Hmm.
I've owned this Blu-ray since it came out in like September, and still have not seen the deleted scenes.
Because that's where the James Montgomery, Union Jack,
Yeah.
dead.
Oh, you Jack.
He'll get his own movie with a U.S. agent.
John Walker.
Yeah. You think they'll ever make a Captain Britain movie?
No.
Really? They made Guardians of the Galaxy, but they'll never make a Captain Britain movie?
In Britain, this movie was retitled Captain Britain.
Yeah, and he gets the powers of Excalibur and
Yeah.
can fly.
The
Wouldn't that be
the
ridiculous if like they changed that much for
I'd
the
see it,
international
yeah.
release?
The Amulet of Right over the Sword of Might?
They're like, pick Excalibur or the shield, and it's like you were actually supposed to get, or the sheath, and you were actually supposed to get both.
Yeah. As long as they give him the original outfit.
Yeah. What about Jack of Hearts?
What about him?
He's an Avenger.
Oh, this is so great.
Yeah.
Hail Hydra.
I was in that movie with Annette Bening where I was an alien.
He looks like an alien.
I'm close personal friends with Tony Stark.
Really? Let's kiss. Yeah, people like lost their shit when that happened. I was like, I mean, he's just Hydra, man.
Yeah.
They're at the Willard Hotel, allegedly, but probably not.
Doesn't look like the Willard Hotel.
Not at all. Alexander Pierce. Oh.
Is that Seth MacFarlane?
I was in a million ways to die in the West.
I regret everything.
Especially that movie.
The only good part about it was the Christopher Lloyd cameo, which accumulated to about 2 seconds.
Yeah.
It's in the trailer.
It's in the trailer.
If you've seen the trailer, you've seen it.
Yeah.
I don't know what we're talking about, guys.
The only thing better was Jamie Foxx's Django, maybe.
That's right. I forgot he was even in it. I saw the movie.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
He dusted.
But they name a bunch of name drops from heroes.
Let's see, you're about to get airsick. She's probably Hydra. She's probably Hydra.
Yeah.
I feel like
Caca,
I feel like
motherfucker.
the Falcon could be a jump the shark moment if you weren't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although Anthony Mackie, when he was promoting the film with Jimmy Fallon, he created this song that
Called I'm the Falcon.
he would go, "Y'all gonna make me unleash the Falcon," and he'd always like kind of sing it, and it's one of the greatest interviews because I feel like it's like how most people would be.
So did we figure out all the people that he's name dropping here?
Certainly Stephen Strange, Doctor Strange.
I remember they were saying, someone brought to my attention that he mentions the guy in Egypt, and they were like, "Is that a Moon Knight reference?" And I was like, "Probably not."
Yeah, and the
Because-
valedictorian is probably, who the fuck knows? It could be Scott Lang for all we know.
Because
Bank records.
Mark Spector's too busy being a mercenary.
Yeah.
You know what? They're
Bad
all
guy.
the Punisher.
Yeah. They're all driving Penske trucks. I don't know why Stephen Strange specifically. If you think about it at this point, he should just be a neurosurgeon, right?
Yeah, I mean, unless he already get it. Well, they're not doing it as an origin story, so I guess
they
he already
aren't?
no. So I guess that's what they said. I
Good.
thought they already. I love his origin story, like this.
I mean,
like,
I just hate origin stories in general.
yeah, I mean, but his is good. I mean, like the whole like this kind
Fucks
of
up
like
his hands
he just
and-
egocentric kind of jerk off.
Basically Tony Stark.
Yeah, who can't save his wife. His wife dies on the operating table, and then he kind of devotes himself to be the best, and then crushes his hands and
To
has
be
to
fair,
redo him.
To be fair, they have established precedents that
Punisher.
not all movies have to be chronological.
Yeah.
Like the first
Incredible
Captain
Hulk.
American movie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or
but I mean-
Incredible Hulk takes place
Yeah.
a good chunk of it after Iron Man 2.
Yeah.
So wait,
Yeah.
that was the Penske truck that everyone talks
Yeah.
about? Is
Yeah.
true?
Yep.
Jesus.
Like I
Christ,
said,
that's
even shorter,
worse.
yeah.
Yeah. No,
I'm not even sure if that was a Penske truck.
Yeah.
It wasn't. It
It
was
was
just a truck.
Jesus.
Everyone's like, "Oh, it's the Punisher."
Watch Anthony Mackie's face when they pull the steering wheel.
Fuck fanboys
Watch-
and girls.
It's really quick, but his look on his face is hilarious.
Oh shit!
How am I supposed to drive now?
Fucking Chevy. It's an American tradition.
Like a rock. I love how Cap uses his shield in this movie.
I mean, I feel like I read somewhere they're like, we wanted to be as creative with it, just not so we would just throw it at the camera every now and again, or use it as a shield.
Mhm.
We wanted him to use it more offensively and more utilitarian as a utilitarian tool.
Totalitarian?
Yes, it enslaves.
That didn't absorb a whole lot.
No,
Oh, is that the Penske truck?
yeah, the Punisher also takes out Metro
Like seriously,
buses.
how? Like that one wasn't even calculated. Running over what's his name? Like
Yeah, why?
that
So
supposed Penske
does that
truck.
Yeah, does that mean that the Punisher's working with Hydra? Because if that's the case, that's the conclusion you're making. People
Yeah.
that think the
I
Punisher.
mean, I don't think they plan that. He
Yeah.
was just driving.
Yeah.
He's just like, oh shit, and he's traumatized for life.
This part's fucking badass.
Yeah.
But seriously,
Take my gun.
if that's the Punisher, then it's a complete waste of like a
Punisher.
cameo.
Yeah.
This is badass when he's like, we're going full auto. 'Cause fuck this.
She ricocheted my eye.
Yeah. My favorite
She
eye.
messed up my glasses.
Yeah.
Here comes that little... it's coming.
Yeah. It's coming. It's coming.
It's coming.
It's going.
I have a giant Soviet star on my arm, so you know it was. So you know I'm Russian.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if you're working for a nationality, you want to advertise what nationality you're working for.
Hydra?
Well, he used to. I mean, they do kind of allude that he used to be a Soviet man, like
I mean,
Soviet.
speaking Russian kind of does
allude
to that.
Yeah. It's Jesse Ventura from in the Punisher or the Predator. Punisher 2.
Oh, it's the Punisher.
Yeah. He uses a machine gun like the Punisher. Yes. Yes. He's got a skull under all that face like the Punisher.
A skull under all that face.
Well, he just killed someone.
Yeah.
And all those bullets ricocheting. Oh, okay. He utilizes the ricochet.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
I forgot that.
Falcon's like, I think I got one of them.
I got one!
I'm surprised he didn't get hit by any ricochet at all that close.
Yeah. Well, the vibranium was absorbing it all.
Yeah.
And then only ricocheting a couple.
Yeah. It's like lightsabers. He knows exactly how to reflect it.
Interesting that they didn't show the crash there. Pulled away right when the crash happened.
I do like that he, like you were saying, Sam, a force of nature. He's never in a rush.
Yeah. And he's
Mhm.
never like particularly stressed out.
No, he knows exactly what he's doing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So far, the only time that he has not, been an enhanced comm is when Black Widow scuffed his glasses.
And even then it was just like, fuck.
We're
I
going
really
full
like-
auto.
Yeah. Full auto never makes much sense if you think about it in the real world.
It is a big waste of bullets.
Yeah.
I guess you want to land on cover fire.
Yeah.
Big mistake! What, is she trying to cut off the circulation to her own leg?
Ouch.
Well,
Get out! Run away!
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, that's probably her safest bet.
Yeah, I mean, she did cross paths with him previously.
Probably
Mhm.
in Budapest.
No, she
Because that's where everything fucking happened.
I mean, she herself says it.
I know.
Yeah.
I just wanted to complain about Avengers.
Yeah.
There it is.
What is he, the fox in Five Nights at Freddy's?
Pokes in. Shooting left and right with a Glock and the Mac.
Like a bitch in a pimp. Oh, by the way, for Christmas, Amazon was having a big sale way back when.
Yeah.
Of mobile apps.
Okay.
I'm saying this because I got Five Nights at Freddy's for free on my phone because I have an
Nice.
Android.
They said, Shaw was like, whenever he had free time, he would practice with a knife
Yeah.
Yeah.
in between.
It shows.
shots. Yeah.
Oh man, that just like the people's knee
Yeah.
into that station wagon.
Kiss him? Oh.
Jump.
Yeah. Dun, 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 dun.
So he's enhanced with super soldier serum,
You
right?
should- yeah.
And,
No. Oh, the Winter Soldier. No, he just
No?
like has like all these like cybernetic like enhancements and shit.
So he's like Griff.
Kind of, yeah. Except he doesn't make himself grow. That's
So I thought just his arm was cybernetic enhancement, but it's
Yeah.
like little bits here and there.
They kind of allude that, like, this experiments that Zola runs on him in the first film were to, like, kind of not quite Captain America him, but kind of get him to that state. Who the hell's Bucky?
Why am I no longer speaking Russian?
Yeah. I mean, he can speak English, too.
Can he?
Yes.
Can he?
Clearly. Pretty clear. Pretty clear on that one.
I don't know. I think it's just heavily implied.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the one phrase that they taught him.
Yeah. Who the hell's Bucky? If you're ever accused of being Bucky.
This is your automated response.
Oh, God, he still got that haircut.
You mean in the interim he didn't get a haircut?
Yeah.
It's like, hold on, I know Hydra's taking over, but I need to trim a few locks.
That's what Cap hates the most. He's just like, motherfucker, he still has the fucking hair.
I mean, does it look like Bucky has time to get a haircut? Then why would Douchey McGee have time? Brody or whatever the hell you keep calling him. Not Brody, I know.
Brock Rumlow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Again, that's what he hates. He just sees him and he's like, that fucking haircut.
Look at his face. He's totally thinking
that. I got bested by the dude with a fucking haircut.
Fucking
the douche poof. Hey, anonymous, masked person.
It's probably the Punisher.
Yeah. I really hope that you're Robin Serbatsky.
It's my fault.
Oh. Shit, you got shot in the shoulder.
I'm Robin Scherbatsky. I'm comic relief.
I wonder if we can use the whole lightsaber gag again, because that'd be cool.
Get it? The whole lightsaber gag?
What would this be, like Rock Creek Park? But not really, because it doesn't have a giant dam. Actually,
could be part of the C&O Canal.
Yeah, I was about to say near the National Zoo.
Yeah. I'm not dead yet.
I've awakened from the Odin sleep. Welcome, children.
It's like nobody asked for your list of injuries.
Yeah. We heard what your list of injuries were, Nick. We were at the hospital.
Yeah. No one's surprised that you're not dead.
And Coulson came back from the life. Anyone can.
I wonder if they reference if he shows up in Age of Ultron. Coulson,
probably.
Probably.
They made a pop figure out of him. He's probably going to show up.
I've been to that bank. Like, not inside it, but I know that it exists.
So wait, here's a question. He falls off the train, right? Didn't
Yes.
they capture Zola on the fucking train?
Yeah.
Is this like, unless it's him while he's like in with Hydra, like way down the line.
Yeah. That's got to be.
But also, Hydra is like a German Nazi organization. How is he with the Soviets? That's something I always kind of wondered. Like, does Hydra infiltrate the Soviet Union?
I mean, they don't. Yeah.
I mean, they infiltrated S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah, but that was because S.H.I.E.L.D. had captured all these Nazi scientists. I don't know. It's weird.
I mean, who knows? Maybe there wasn't even a Cold War in the MCU.
Yeah.
We don't know. They kind of just skipped over that part of history.
Decades. That dude with the glasses and beard is Ed Brubaker, the guy that wrote the Winter Soldier. Now he has a 5-year exclusive deal with Image Comics. And he probably gets DVDs regularly from Robert Redford.
Probably.
God, I should have never told Robert Redford my address.
Surprise, surprise. He got me Captain America, the Winter Soldier on DVD.
I wrote this, Rob. I fucking wrote it.
I just think it's so cool that he gets to reprogram his creation.
Yeah.
Just
It's
like
going to be such a
Just like
fucking
Straczynski
trip.
gets to try to lift Thor's hammer like he wrote.
And Walt Simonson's at the table on
Hanging
Asgard.
out with Asgardians.
Yeah.
I mean, at this point, Stan Lee's like used to hanging out with his like creations. He's just like, oh yeah, hey Peter Parker, this is like the 4th time I've seen you.
He doesn't like superheroes, though.
Yeah, superheroes in New York.
Brubaker's like, do I have any lines? Do I gotta?
Yeah.
Line.
Do I need a bow tie too? Hey guys, prop guys, costume guys, where's my bow tie?
Yeah.
I got to touch him.
Pull the trigger, Ed.
See you at the party, Richter.
Basically makes the same sounds that Hayden Christensen does in Revenge of the Sith.
Pretty much.
No.
It's a picture from all the President's
President's
Men.
Men. Yeah.
This motherfucker gave
I wouldn't
me this
mind-
on DVD
Yeah.
5 times.
I wouldn't mind getting that on DVD from him.
That'd be pretty cool.
I like that movie.
Speaking of the Watergate building.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Whoa. All comes full circle.
Microchips.
Pretty big microchips.
Yeah, more like macro chips.
They're just chips.
Yeah.
Nick Fury's like, I was about to say that.
God damn it, Hill. And with wings.
Been a captain for decades. Could have like promoted him once. My dad knew a Captain America.
In Marvel Zombies, he's Colonel America. It's like the big thing. Like, this is how you can tell it's different, other than the fact that they're flesh-eating undead.
Yeah. I think he also knew a sergeant, and a sergeant, major.
I knew a Steve Rogers in college.
Yeah. I mean, but when the guy was promoted, I'm sure he was promoted past captain.
Yeah.
Must have been a bummer to be Major America.
I used to run a podcast with Steve Harvey,
Nice.
jumping over to not comic book characters. Ooh, poor choice of words.
Yeah, you're gonna fall off the line and freeze. Freeze. He's like, I've known you for like 2 days. I've known Bucky my whole life. Shut up.
You're not Bucky.
That honestly might be my favorite Stanley.
Stanley. Yeah, that's good.
And then he gets a job as a school librarian in New York.
That's another good one too. The first Amazing Spider-Man cameo.
Yeah. I do enjoy the Spider-Man stuff, his cameos, just because of the...
So wait, why isn't he able to wear his new suit? Wasn't he?
Well,
Didn't
I think
he-
it's a throwback to, like, you know,
Yeah.
when he...
And again,
right and wrong.
you know, there's that whole like deleted sequence where
Oh, right.
yeah, he finds out there's a tracker in it,
Yeah.
which we just assume that he ditches the costume before he goes to Pentagon City.
Ooh. And here's Danny Putty. But then you saw my performance in Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid.
I'm particularly proud of Jeremiah Johnson. Did you see how I became a crazy mountain man in that?
I recently re-recorded commentary for Out of Africa. Expect it in your stockings this Christmas.
Robert Redford was terrible in Legal Eagles.
I don't know if you ever saw Legal Eagles.
I
know,
have not.
Yeah, I know he shows it in the break room every Thursday, just to prove that he was in a crazy screwball legal comedy. What a weird movie. I have to have it from Robert Redford.
Just like how S.H.I.E.L.D. would have been able to kill anyone that stood in their way. Much like that Toby Keith song.
Yeah.
Or did you wing it?
Oh,
Sorry.
And now that I've got the floor,
Eagles for everyone. all the screens. Fucking no! No!
honestly, it's not even the worst movie he's in. It's just the weirdest.
I mean, we've been jamming on that one, so
Yeah.
why not?
I mean, if you ever see the poster,
I'm looking it up right now.
yeah, I'll pull it up for Chris's benefit too.
yeah. Since I literally only know the name.
Have no frame of reference
No,
for Legal Eagles.
None at all.
Came out in '86. Nice.
Oh, it's Reservoir Dogs up in this bitch.
This is the best poster I've ever seen. I love it.
If you've if you're still sticking with us, listeners, and you've never seen the poster for Legal Eagles, Google image search that right now. The most laid back Redford.
Just destroy all the computers.
Just shoot at everybody. Ah!
It's still playing.
No.
Are we still in the game? Existence style.
Man, I had no idea the Potomac River was that deep
Yeah.
or wide.
Balls deep.
That's
And
weird.
wide.
Balls wide.
Robert Redford was in a movie called Brubaker.
Oh,
Oh, that's right. He's in A Bridge Too Far.
that's probably what it. Yeah,
That's a great movie.
it's okay. Certain segments, like certain storylines, that are pretty good.
Well, I like it.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm just saying.
Oh, The Way We Were. That's
Yeah.
the movie I had to watch with Robert Redford.
Not Out of Africa.
No. Although my mom,
A river runs through it, maybe?
Yeah,
Yeah, it does.
it does. It does.
I mean, he's in that movie.
Yeah. My mom loves Out of Africa.
Man, I really can't wait to get out of Africa.
Is that the one with Meryl Streep, or is that I
Yeah.
Dreamed of Africa?
No, it's with Meryl Streep.
It's out of yeah.
Remember when you see her naked in Bridges of Madison County?
I do not,
Yeah.
because I haven't seen that movie.
Oh.
If you ever,
It's a good movie.
if you ever wanted that to happen,
If you ever want to see Meryl Streep naked.
yeah, with Clint Eastwood.
Ooh.
At that point, he's only not quite as old as he is now.
That's got to be one of the more awkward ways of referencing someone's age I've ever heard. It's like,
I was a good guy. Fuck.
I was on your side. I liked your speech. Oh god.
Yeah.
Hey, need backup cap?
Yeah.
we were
This
coming
is-
to help you.
This is the clip where he's singing. He's watching, like, you know when they show a clip on late night,
Yeah,
he does commentary for it on late night.
nice.
He's like when they show Cap, he's like, fast forward this. Oh, here I am. Yeah, we've done it, Jimmy. We did it.
I mean, I love the fact that he's excited about it.
Yeah.
I hope eventually they give him like a solo film or something.
Or make him the new Cap. Well, it's interesting because in the comics right now he is Cap.
Yeah.
But Bucky's been Cap too.
Yeah.
Both of them have replaced Steve Rogers.
Yeah.
Everyone replaces Steve Rogers. John
Yeah.
Walker replaces Steve.
Yeah, they had
Rogers.
a couple different Caps.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Steve Rogers was dead for a while.
Yeah, he's in the 50s. He's replaced by William Naslund, and then when William Naslund dies defending JFK, he's replaced by Jeffrey Mace.
Yeah. And it wasn't until relatively recently that they decided to bring him back.
It was
And
60s.
that's where the oh, was it?
Yeah,
I
Like-
thought it was
Avengers Volume 1.
no,
number
then
4.
never mind. Fuck what I was saying. But that's where they, decided to do the whole thing where he was like, "Oh, he froze."
Yeah. Which was interesting because at that point, a lot of World War II vets were still obviously alive in like 63, you know?
Mhm. There's still some, World
Oh,
War
yeah.
II vets alive.
If you think about it, let's see, World War II ended 70 years ago because this is 2015, clearly.
So this year being the 70th anniversary.
Yeah, of VE and VJ Day. I got Max.
Yeah, so your average World War II vet would be
Provided-
90-ish.
Yeah, provided they're in their 20s.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying,
Yeah.
averagely, because I imagine most were, around their 20s.
Early to mid, yeah.
Yeah, when fighting, because that's prime fighting age.
One of the things that always kind of weirded me out about Saving Private Ryan is you see guys that are clearly either they've got some city miles on them because they are in World War II,
Yeah.
but like there's guys that are like in their like 40s, and you're just like, what was the
Man,
enlistment age in
War
1940?
war ages you, man.
It does. If there's anything the Incredible Hulk taught me, it takes a toll.
Yeah, I mean, you saw,
Tim Roth.
yeah.
All these
Thank
guys
you,
have
'cause
guns.
I forgot his name.
Yeah, I think they forgot that they have guns.
Yeah.
Much like the guy in Die Hard 2.
Yeah. Gonna kick your fucking ass.
Oh, he's got a gun.
Yeah.
Wait, I have a gun. Oh, I won't use it.
I'm surrounded by automatic weapons. Oh. Man, I hope this is one comic book adaptation where this guy survives.
Yeah. Let me get to my phone. I have to live
I have
tweet
red in my
Legal
ledger.
Eagles.
Yeah. One of these days I'm going to live tweet Legal Eagles just for you, Robert. Do you have a Twitter, Robert Redford?
I don't think he does.
Oh, you should tag him in each one.
If he does, I'm going to tweet him right now. You the bomb and Legal Eagles, yo. Please, God, I hope he has a... safe this time, Robert.
I mean, you could tweet at so Robert Redford.
Sounds like a Disney Channel show.
That's so Robert Redford.
It was a prequel to That So Raven.
Yeah. Oh, there he goes. Oh.
That'd be great if he did have a Twitter, and then you could tweet him just like Doug Jones.
Yeah. Yo.
I love tweeting Doug Jones.
Robert Redford.
He always
Favorites.
favorites.
It's like the embryos in Jurassic Park.
Was that?
It's the suspenseful music that plays when he's like
Oh, okay.
going through.
I was
Not the theme.
I was about to say that didn't sound anything like the
Yeah.
theme.
It's like dun 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 da 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 da. Ah, fuck you, pilots. We're on your side. Oh,
Yeah.
Hail Hydra! Good.
can't do throat stuff.
No, I was just imitating the.
Oh. Yeah, this is. He could have.
Damn.
He could have made it.
That's the guy who dies, but not really in this movie.
Yeah.
Hair.
Yeah. For all those fangirls, they just love the hair. Screw the muscles. It's all about that hair. I'm Sebastian Stan. Don't worry, I saw Legal Eagles.
Yeah.
You showed it every Thursday.
Oh, yes. My copy
feel
of Legal Eagles is being flown in.
He just holds up the DVD. It's like, thank God. And then he pulls out a gun.
Yeah.
It's
I feel like this shot
handcuffed in a
is
briefcase.
contracted in every Samuel Jackson
I feel like
movie.
one of my birthday picks, because of all this fucking hype, has to be Legal
Legal
Eagles.
Eagles. Legal Eagles, Taffin.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I don't know about Taffin.
Maybe you shouldn't be. You don't want to.
And
You don't
maybe
want to
you
ruin your.
I'll
your-
save it. I'll save it. Taffin will definitely show up at some point.
If we ever get Pierce Brosnan.
Loved you in Taffin. Could you sign my copy of Taffin? Sam, I see you have all my James Bond movies, right? No, could you sign my copy of Taffin?
It's all right. I got George Takei to sign my second season of
Community.
Community because he does voiceover in one episode.
Yeah. I wish he would become like the voice. If they ever did the long-rumored Samurai Jack movie, I wish he would voice Aku. Since Mako has since passed away. Hey, guys, you should probably take off those name tags we made you wear. Like, seriously. Like, you don't have to wear them anymore. We're running.
You're already in the room.
Yeah, we're running this shit.
We run this.
Nick Fury rules 1.
Yeah.
With a Z. There it is. Yeah.
Wait, what? So they deleted his good eye, but not his bad eye?
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah. Don't worry about that dead eye. He's not going to use that again.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
dead.
It's a sensitive subject. He only brings it up like once every 7 movies.
His name's Steve.
It's military. It's always last name. I remember all my military friends would be like, "Yo, Stone." I'd be like, yeah.
Oh, there's guys I know of military school. I can't remember what their first name is.
Yeah. My arm's dislocated because you're
Yeah.
like a 220-pound man.
And that shield's pretty heavy, too.
Yeah. Nope, but we're cool. And we're back.
And I'm down again.
There's that coyote.
Caca, caca, motherfucker.
That didn't dodge shit.
Yeah, I never got how, like, does it make it a smaller target?
Like I'm so cool with like all the fighting styles in this,
Yeah.
but get rid of the flippy floppy crap. They do it in like all the shows and
Yeah,
the
you
Can't
movies,
fly
and
with one
it's
wing.
it's unnecessary.
Oh, yeah, parachutes. That makes sense. Yeah, okay.
And
Snap,
I've
snap.
still broken my legs.
Yeah. I think the most egregious, like, close parachute opening is in Quantum of Solace.
Oh, dude, totally.
Yeah. Where they've
Quantum of Winter Solstice?
Yes, where they've clearly hit, like, terminal velocity and just like, doop, like, right before they hit the
I
ground.
mean, it doesn't even open all the way. Like, it opens almost fully, and then it snap to the ground.
Like, there should be...
I mean, it slowed him down like 2 degrees.
Yep.
Degrees? No, my douche sense are tingling.
Is my poof still gelled up? Yes. Excellent.
Am I still super awesome? Yes.
Yeah.
He's got his own like badass theme song playing in his head while he's going through.
Yeah.
I'm Crossbones. I'm Crossbones. You don't find that out until the sequel, but I'm Crossbones.
Mr. Wayne. He fights Deadpool in his underwear in one of the issues.
Obi-Wan never taught you about your father. You've come a long way, Skywalker, but you're not a Jedi yet.
I see you've constructed your own lightsaber.
You'll find I'm full of surprises. Oh,
What's that story
my ribs.
where Cap
Oh, it's my one weakness.
where Cap is like, you think this A stands for France?
Oh, that's the second volume of the Ultimates.
Yeah.
Not Ultimates 2 or Ultimates 3, but
Ultimates.
Ultimates Prime, I guess.
Yeah.
Written by Mark Miller. As he cuts a man in half with his shield, he's just like,
This A stands for France.
He hates France so much in that. And then Brubaker, because Brubaker's run happened shortly afterwards, after Mark Miller's Ultimates, he's like, in his depiction, Cap's like, I never get why people shit on the French, because during World War II, they were some of the bravest people I ever knew.
Yeah. And he's like, I like Paris.
Yeah. Which makes more sense to me. I mean, Mark Miller writes Cap as such an asshole.
Yeah.
Even in, like, Civil War, he's kind of a dick.
Yeah. Legal Eagles live
This
chat.
is what you get for not watching Legal Eagles. Oh, no! I died in this comic book movie, too! I could just shoot you
Next
right now.
X-Men.
Yeah, there's 2 guns on
Yeah.
basically one.
You know what stops you from pressing that button? If we both shoot you in the fucking face.
But they got to be better.
Strike me down, Legal Eagles will only become more popular.
I'm waiting for that to hit. It's like, where's that 80s, like, nostalgia?
That's what we're here for.
Yeah.
So look for it in a couple months when we release that commentary.
Yeah. My birthday's in August.
I said a couple months. Oh, wait, or you were just letting everyone know?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what was going on there.
I'm just so used to you trying to correct me.
No. As wrong as you are now.
Not this time.
Yeah. You'll give me the opportunity later. Don't worry. I'm going to break your fucking arm. Even though it's metal.
Cap's got like a bit of the Glasgow smile thing going on the left side of his face.
Oh, yeah, because of the
cut.
I used to be a bird.
Yeah. I hated you in The Purge.
Wait, is he in the first one? Or the second one?
Oh.
Yeah, I've never seen. Here comes the crossbow.
Boom.
That's the end of Rocky 3.
Yeah, they should just freeze frame that and play Eye of the Tiger.
Yeah. It's the movie ends and Marvel's like, fuck you, fuck you. This is just all
This
all
is the mid-credit scene.
Yeah.
all of Phase 1 and Phase 2 was a joke to get to a Rocky 3 ending. We're not doing any more Marvel movies. Fuck you, fuck you.
Now we're just going to continue on with Rocky
Yeah.
remakes.
Marvel's
Dude.
Rocky 3.
Cap gets so wrecked in this scene.
Oh, he gets...
Like he's been shot twice. Half his face is cut with the Glasgow smile thing going on.
Yeah.
And I think it's shot at least one more time.
Yeah, he's pretty well fucked.
And even with the super soldier serum.
Yeah, he has a degree of healing factor, but it's
Yeah.
not like...
I do like,
It's
you know,
not like Wolverine where it heals as it happens.
Three times. Just like
Three times
I do like
later.
the never give up, man. Cap never gives up. 'Cause
Cap
that A doesn't stand for France.
Yeah. Or Armenia.
Or Aquaman.
Or Australia.
Or Legal Eagles.
Yeah. Soon the entire world will know the glory that is legal eagles.
Play it on every home.
Let us beam it into every single home.
Legal Eagles.
Legal eagles into your brains.
They're targeting that baseball coach.
Yeah,
That kid's not going to know what to do after he gets to first base.
they want to zap legal eagles into his brain.
Yeah.
It's the future of media consumption.
Yeah.
Getting legal eagles beamed into your cerebral cortex.
Yeah. Cap's like, I've seen Legal Eagles, and it's terrible.
Yeah, this would fuck up DC traffic too. And honestly, just about anything fucks up DC
I
traffic.
mean, rain fucks up DC's
Yeah.
traffic.
DC traffic fucks up DC's traffic.
The president fucks up DC traffic.
Fucks up New York traffic too. You can always tell when the president's in New York City.
Oh.
Was it you? Like, wasn't your family like in New York?
No, it was Philadelphia.
Philadelphia.
And we were driving, and my dad was like, Obama!
He's everywhere.
Yeah.
He's everywhere. Ruin everything for everyone.
I just want to get out of the city of brotherly love.
Yeah, it was some traffic, man.
I got kicked out of an Obama event by accident once.
Really?
Yeah.
Explain.
So he likes to speak at George Mason because it's just a stone's throw from our nation's capital.
A
Yeah.
Sam Stone throw.
Well, Sam Stone got thrown out, and so one time he was speaking at, and I didn't know that they had already gotten rid of all the tickets to the event, and so they were like, "Hey, do you work here?" Like, as I went to the Center of Performing Arts. Fuck
Legal Eagles.
Fuck legal eagles. And I was like, "Yeah," thinking that they meant, "Do you work at George Mason?"
Mm-hmm.
And I got in, and they were like, "We thought you said you worked here." And I was like, I do. I work over at this school." But it's like, "Just get him out of here." And so I didn't get to see the president.
Bummer, man.
Yeah.
Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you.
Shrapnel landing on the Kennedy Center.
Did you imagine, like, being in D.C. looking up and seeing this, and you're like, fuck all superheroes and S.H.I.E.L.D. Where's the Punisher? He's in one of those jets.
Where's the Penske truck?
Look for the Penske.
You see a
truck.
Penske truck hitting it in midair.
Yeah.
Like, oh,
You can- You can bring it up to, because Josh is a big proponent of Punisher theory.
Oh, is he?
So on Tuesday,
oh my God. I'm It's all right. He also thinks that Thor has no control over the weather.
Yeah, as Dark World clearly
shows he cannot control the rain.
Yeah,
ever.
yeah. At least when he has the power of Mjolnir, you know.
Legal.
It's like Rosebud for him.
Yeah.
We see a copy of it being incinerated.
Yeah.
We never did find out what he was talking about.
The post-credit scene, it zooms in on the poster, and he winks. You're like, oh.
Sam, can that be your final word? Legal.
Go.
Plan it now.
Yeah.
so it actually happens.
Oh man, I'm gonna have to write I might have to write a special Geek Out episode, like one of those Friday episodes for that.
Crossbones.
Crossbow.
Gotta outrun this ship.
Yeah. Oh, there goes the Key Bridge.
Yeah. Like you can never cross the Key Bridge anyway.
Yeah.
So this is ridiculous.
Yeah. I feel like it's a natural escalation, though. If you can buy the fact that the United States military can afford 3 flying aircraft carriers, then you can...
And he's chopped in half.
Yeah.
It's hard to count with only one eye.
Why is the guy with one eye flying?
Yeah.
He just, like, spinning kind of around.
Yeah.
I have no peripheral vision. I have no depth perception. I should never be allowed to fly anything.
So we cool, right?
Yeah. We
Oh!
Wow, this one's really hanging in there.
There's caps on it.
It's got one of those kitten posters that's dangling on a branch.
Hang in there.
It's my face. Oh.
That's the moneymaker.
Yeah.
Is that the 14th Street? Or
What are the two going into?
I'm pretty sure that the two that are like they're right there in Arlington that go into like the Georgetown area are Key and 14th.
Okay.
So
Which one's the Wilson?
the Woodrow Wilson?
That's the one.
That's the one on 495 that crosses from Virginia to Maryland.
Oh, yeah.
Right there at the
Yeah.
National Harbor.
Yeah, overlooks the harbor.
Yeah.
Harbor on one side and Nationals Park on the other. When does that casino open? I feel
2016.
so not this year.
Next summer. My friends that go to Katsucon are very excited about that. Because Katsucon's right there in one of the hotels.
So is MagFest.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
We should have started that conversation with "I'm with you to the end of the line" when they met on the bridge.
Yeah. Before he got the shot and the shit kicked out of him.
Yeah.
Slow motion for me. Slow motion for me. Splash.
Starring Daryl Hannah.
Who's also in
Legal Eagles.
Full circle. All around me are familiar faces.
Worn out places. Worn out places.
A song that's depressing just for the sake of being depressing.
Yeah, Sam T always like does that at karaoke, and it's never appropriate.
The only time that song is appropriate is at the end of Donnie Darko.
Because it signals the end of Donnie Darko.
Sorry, I ruined your face.
Why don't you give me mouth?
No, don't walk away. Oh God, I wanted him to give me mouth to mouth.
My healing factor isn't that good.
Yeah.
Oh, Trouble Man. Turns out that since Captain America is a product of like the an earlier generation, he's actually really racist and hates this music.
In Ultimate, Cap does have kind of his struggle with the racial prejudices of his time. If you read the Ultimates 2 annual, it's like, damn it, Mark Miller, you didn't have to make him an asshole. That's one of his qualities in the 616, not being an asshole. Also, in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., is she still working for Stark?
I mean, I kind of stopped watching it about partway through season 2, but in season 1, she's only in it for like an episode or two. At the beginning,
he still has the douche poof.
even in death.
Yeah. Well, he'll be back as Crossbones.
Even in mortal wounding.
Yeah, even in crossboning.
The only kind of boning that Sam knows.
The best kind.
I have read in my ledger.
I'm somehow sleeping and talking at the same time.
Purse my lips.
You haven't read Civil War yet.
She makes a good case. We can never arrest her now.
Yeah, they're like, what if they're just like, okay, you're under arrest?
If you think about it, they're an administration that just lost the vice president, too, in Iron Man 3.
Oh, yeah.
U.S. government, the William Sadler administration hasn't been going very well.
Yeah.
Well, you're telling me my top intelligence agency is really bad guys. Samuel L. Jackson burned his eye patch for no reason, and I don't
It
have
was
a vice
symbolic.
Yeah. It's cool. I could see through this one the entire time.
Right? This dead eye is really just dormant. I like how they hid the year.
Well, I also like how they included the fictional Bible passage used in Pulp Fiction.
Oh, yeah, yeah. But I like how they hid the birth and death year. Like, they showed the 19 and they showed the 20.
I feel like they're still trying to figure out if he was around in like World War II.
Oh, like they did
book.
with the comics, yeah.
Yeah. We might, there was talk about a Nick Fury solo film. I don't know how much traction there is.
I do like the much like in Iron Man 3, with the what did we dub him? Where Iron Man's just being Iron Man in like a hoodie, low tech Iron Man or whatever the hell it was. I like how Nick Fury's kind of doing the same thing.
Yeah. Oh.
This is all in Russian. I can't read this. Hail Hydra.
Credits.
What?
I have to. It's interesting how we're going to see him.
If you want to destroy my sweater.
And it's going to be interesting how we see him in like Age of Ultron. Is he still going to be hunting for Bucky?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Maybe that's how he'll be introduced. Like,
Yeah.
he's hunting for Bucky, and they're like, "We need your help."
A la Black Widow in
Yeah,
the
Avengers.
first Avengers, where she's in mid-mission.
yeah.
I mean, everyone's in the middle of something in the beginning of that.
I don't know. Well, yeah. I was
Except for Cap, really.
Yeah, he's in the middle of being bored.
Yeah, he's unable to sleep. I love this title sequence, by the
It's
way.
awesome.
Yeah, it's kind of almost like a non-sexy James Bond. In this.
Yeah. But that kind
without
of
the dancing girls.
Yeah.
Like
Kinda-
like Casino Royale.
Yeah, Casino Royale's just card Bond killing people.
Yeah. And that one guy who falls and explodes.
Yeah. And just like the symbolism of the
I remember everyone was saying that they thought that Robert Redford was going to be
it's like Steranko art.
Yeah, that Robert Redford might be like the Red Skull or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So quick update. Got a reply from Luke.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now that the movie's over,
Yeah.
but it's all right. We by the time I messaged him, both of his two. He's in two scenes. Both of them had passed, but he's in the opening scene on the mall.
Yeah.
And he's in the scene where the senator, what's his name, whispered "Hail Hydra."
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so he's in the background of both of those scenes. He hasn't been able to find himself yet, but he knows that those are the scenes.
Right. It's just so cool.
Yeah, but I love
I'm a
this
computer.
Too.
Yeah.
Bleep bloop, motherfucker.
Such a this is only the third time I've seen this in its entirety, and it really is like one of the best just comic book films. Period.
Yeah. No, I think this is only the second time I've seen it, and damn.
This was originally supposed to be the end credit scene for Guardians, because Guardians is the last film before Age of Ultron, and they were like, it's more appropriate tying to Winter Soldier since it's about Hydra. pokey stick, which may or may not be an Infinity Stone. It's Baron Strucker, who's a big Hydra guy in the comics. Good old Aaron Taylor Johnson as Quicksilver. And Elizabeth Olsen, the most talented Olsen,
My favorite Olsen.
as Scarlet Witch.
This is the age of Ultron.
The Age of Aquarius.
The age of Apocalypse. Ooh.
This is actually my favorite post-credit scene of any Phase 2 film, because Iron Man 3 is just like, you find it's just a cute nod to the Science Bros, and Thor is just Thor coming back to Earth and making out with short Natalie Portman because she has to run up like a ramp or something.
Yeah. That was the.
You mentioned that in the last, but the
I saw like a wide shot of that where you see the ramp that she had to run up, and it was literally, it was almost like a foot tall by the time she got to Hemsworth. I forget what's at the end of the credits.
Oh, you'll see.
I mean, yeah.
Oh, yes.
You'll see.
His date with the nurse.
Yeah, with Agent Carter. The other Agent Carter. Whoa, the Smithsonian narrator is Gary Sinise.
Oh.
Did not know that.
Does a lot of work with the troops.
He does. A lot of USO stuff.
Mm.
Plays with his band. Talks about CSI New York, I'm sure.
I was in the live stage performance of One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Is CSI New York still a thing?
No.
Okay.
Pretty sure. No, don't take my word for it.
I know Miami's done.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the Las Vegas is the only one that's still around.
CSI Prime.
Mm-hmm. We have the CSI board game around here somewhere.
Is it like a Scene It?
No, it's more like a Clue.
Oh, that makes sense.
It has pre.
Are you Ted Danson? Can you be Ted Danson?
No, it was pre Ted Danson. It was
pre Lawrence Fishburne.
Yeah, it was the original cast.
Oh.
But no, it's got pre rendered stories that you like solve, and you have like a game master who leads you through the way. We only played it like once or twice because we were big into CSI when it first started, and then like after like 2 seasons, my entire family stopped watching it.
Yeah, because it's the same thing, I guess. There are people.
More or less.
There are people that go bananas for that show.
Yeah. I liked. I didn't like watching CSI Miami, but I did like watching like supercuts on the internet of like all the bad puns that they would do.
Yeah. That was the highlight.
Yeah. Horatio.
Sans.
Sans what? French. So, Jake, post-movie thoughts?
It's rocking. It's the third time I've seen it, and I enjoy it. Enjoy it a lot. I still think the first Iron Man is up there as one of the top 3, definitely. Excited to rewatch Guardians. But yeah, I mean it's that thing where Marvel's really starting to do like genre films laced with superheroes.
Yeah, and I do like how each of their franchises like each of the individual franchises have their own style. Like it's not just the exact same movie with a different superhero.
Yeah.
You know, that's nice.
They
Like,
could have they could have very easily fallen into that trend, and some would argue that they did, but I don't think they did. And I think the idea of making it like, you know, Ant-Man's supposed to be a heist movie, you know.
Yeah.
You know, Guardians has kind of got that buddy cop thing going on.
Yeah. I hope they make one that's just a giant hour and a half long car chase, like Mad Max.
That's right. Mad Max has already got that one.
Mad Max Nick Fury Road.
Yeah. Still waiting for martial law to show up and just kill all the Marvel people. And then move on to the DCU. Kill everyone in the DCU.
I would love.
And then they just make a martial law movie.
I would love for both studios to get so like solidly, you know, into what they're doing that they could do like a, you know, DC versus Marvel type storyline. But I feel like, much like many of the comics where that has happened, it would just end up being a mess.
Well, that you can never have a clear winner.
Yeah.
So it's almost like it would be really fun and cool to see, but no one would ever actually win.
Well, ultimately, they would team up to fight someone else.
This is true. Hey, look, it's Union Jack.
No one cares about Union Jack.
I do. Bucky good?
He has really, like, pink lips.
I just like that we got one. The last thing you hear is the coyote cry.
Yeah.
Caca!
Yeah. But yeah, that was Captain America the Winter Soldier. That, for me, ooh, there it is. They actually have a title at this point. They didn't have it, I don't think, for Dark World. But
No.
they just said Thor will return, I think.
Yeah.
But
I don't even know if they...
even though that was...
Did they even have the title during the theatrical release of this? Or is this just something that they slapped on for the DVD?
Shit, it's been almost a year. I have no idea.
I don't remember.
Yeah, but the...
God, Sam.
Yeah. I can only write class schedules, guys. The
Since 7th grade.
Yeah. But yeah, that was honestly that's a top 3-er for me. So well done. Well done, Marvel. We'll see you guys next week with the last Phase 2 film, Guardians of the Galaxy. Or I guess the last Phase 2 film is technically Age of Ultron. Or no, it's technically I think they say the first Phase 3 film, Civil War, which means like Ant-Man's like almost like an epilogue.
Yeah,
Oh,
well,
really?
yeah, Ant-Man wasn't that always just kind of like loosely part? Like it wasn't even necessarily part of
It was
any
when
of the phases.
I feel like it was whenever Edgar Wright was ready, and then he was no longer attached. But
which is a shame.
It is. But yeah, so I feel like, but yeah, we'll be back next week even if it isn't the last Phase 2 film. We're still going to be back next week with Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
So we'll see you guys then.
See you.
See ya.